It is just so relaxing to come back in out of the heat, working on irrigation, and sit and watch this fish tank. This is the one in my living room. My wife lets me keep one in the house. And it is just fascinating to watch. If you look up in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a school of mostly pandas with the occasional Adolphi, Corridor's catfish swimming up and down. In the lower right, you'll see a blue crebenza female and a red crebenza male hanging out underneath a bit of wood. In the middle, going back and forth between the foliage, you'll see Odessa barbs. There are juveniles in there because they have successfully spawned. A lot of people don't like a overgrown aquarium like this. I love it. I love the natural look of it. Well, to me it looks like a natural aquarium. I like seeing the fish come into view from behind the foliage and disappear away. I remember a long time ago when I went into a fish store. This was maybe in the 80s. They had a planted aquarium, and back in the 80s, planted aquariums weren't really a thing. I mean, they had like Anacris and a few other things, but not a lot of plants, generally speaking, in aquariums, at least in the fish stores I went into. But I remember I went into one fish store and they had a plant tank, and it was plants that were for sale, but they were all kind of established in there. I guess wasn't a lot of interest by the local fish keeping community in plants at that time in that location. But I remember seeing crebenzas swimming through it and a few other odds and ends. Like they had, I think, a couple clown loaches. They had denison barbs. And I'm like, wow. First of all, I thought that those crebenzas looked amazing, and they do look amazing in planted aquariums to me. I mean, your mileage may vary. But man, just seeing that little cichlid kind of pop into view and just boldly swim around and then just disappear back into the foliage, just amazing. Just amazing. This is a 120p what is that, low iron glass, whatever, by Landon. It's got an undergravel filter plate in it, although I doubt that's doing anything. It's got two power heads running the undergravel filter, which don't blow very much, probably from all of the roots growing down through the gravel. It's got two AquaClear 7D back filters, hang-on back filters. For lights, it's got a Fluval, 48-inch Fluval, whatever their planted light is. It's actually running on pretty high intensity, and then it has three can lights. Those are the Asta. If you do get those, get a couple backup, what do they call those? The bricks that convert it from AC to DC, because the ones they come with are just barely capable of powering them, and they burn out pretty fast. I've gone through two of them, of the three lights I bought, and I've only had them for maybe 2 years. But anyway, even with all that light, the frog bit on the top just cuts the light down and makes the aquarium look very soothing. The fish seem to enjoy it. Like I said, the Odessa barbs have bred in there. The cribs, I just put those in last week maybe. I'm tearing down a 40-gallon that they were in out in the fish room, and this tank had room, so I thought, you know what, I really like cribs and I like to see them in planted aquariums, so this is bomb. This is going to be it. And I do enjoy them. I do very much enjoy them. I do have a heater in here. I don't keep this tank very warm. I keep it like 75. The house stays at like 74 during the summer. Um, but water is always just a little bit cooler. Oh yeah, there's no top on the aquarium, so the frog bit also helps cut down evaporation, and it helps keep the fish from jumping. I haven't lost any fish from the top since I put the frog bit in. Frog bit, by the way, doesn't go very well with water lettuce. The water lettuce is much more aggressive and it grows up over the top of the frog bit and drowns the frog bit. So I originally had frog bit and water lettuce in here, but I picked out all the water lettuce, so I just have frog bit now. The plants are mostly Crypts Wedenti, whatever those are. I've got the bronze, I've got red, and I've got some green in there. There's a struggling sword plant in the back. All the other sword plants in here died. I think there's maybe another one. I think there might be two sword plants that have like barely hung on over the last couple of years this aquarium's been set up. Got the Bacopa. It does pretty well. I just let it grow and eventually get to the point where it starts growing up out of the top, and then I'll cut it back and remove some of it. But yeah, this is my happy place. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.